This is the Ms.FitVegan podcast, episode 155. And I just want you to know that no matter what, you're doing the best you can. Yeah, you're doing the best you can. And sometimes your best looks like shit. Sometimes your best is an embarrassment. Sometimes your best is failing. Because if you've read the 4 Agreements, which I highly recommend, get the 4 Agreements, boo. It's going to teach you everything you need to know about life. And one of the 4 Agreements is always do your best. And sometimes your best is not what you're capable of, but it's the only thing you can do right now because you're struggling, because of depression, because of fear, because of anxiety, because of loneliness, because of financial issues, because of family drama, because of feeling overwhelmed, and you're just trying to stay safe, and you're trying to keep it all together. And that is very difficult sometimes. And trying to pretend that everything's okay because, that's just the way our society is. We go to work and someone asks how you're doing and, how's it going? And you're like, it's going, I'm great, everything's amazing. And meanwhile, you might be on the brink of suicide, and you might be feeling so fucking overwhelmed and so distraught and so stressed. You might be having a really horrible time. But what do you say at work? Everything's great. How are you, John? And that's just everyone in society, every single one of us. We're all fake. We're all lying. We're all wearing a mask. And I'm tired of it. I'm not here to be fake. I'm not here to pretend that, I got it all figured out. And I don't. Yeah, I mastered this one aspect of my life. I mastered eating a healthy, raw vegan diet. Okay. I'm really proud of myself. I'm really, really fucking proud of myself. I said it before, I'll say it again. If I wasn't raw vegan for the last 11 years, going on 12 years, I would probably be dead. I would definitely be obese. I would be in jail, maybe. I would maybe be a drug addict or an alcoholic. My life was not going in a good place. And I'm grateful as fuck to fruit and vegetables. But really, it's not the fruit and vegetables. It's my calling. It's my higher self that stepped in and led me to this truth that so few people know about. And you're listening to this podcast, so you're one of those few fucking people. And, it can be, I want to say that it can be a very lonely lifestyle, but it's not the lifestyle that's lonely. It's being a human is lonely sometimes because we just are so separated from each other. And these devices that you're listening to me on, they were supposed to bring us together, but somehow they made us feel farther apart. And, I want to blame the raw food diet for having a very solitary lifestyle, but it's not the raw food diet. Just like the fruit and veggies, just like the raw food diet didn't save my life. I saved my own life. I did. I made the decision. I'm going raw because I'm at a rock fucking bottom, and I got to do something. And so I did it. Yeah, in 2011, and I'm grateful. And now 11 years later, I'm like, it's so lonely being raw, like right now, my friends are out to dinner and it's just like, I'm not going because why would I do that? Like, I have to bring my own fruit. It's a whole scene. People go, look, I have to make a thing. Like, sometimes you just don't want to be the only. Sometimes you don't want to be the center of attention. Sometimes you just want to fit in. Sometimes you just want to be understood. Sometimes you just want to be normal. I mean, yeah, that's what a place like the Woodstock Fruit Festival is supposed to be. But then I go there and I don't fit in there. I can only imagine if I was an attendee there, how fucking lonely I would feel. I've never attended the festival. I've only worked there because, guys, what we feel is internal. It has nothing to do with our circumstances outside. And that's the fucking truth. That's the truth. Whatever lifestyle you're on, whatever diet you're following, wherever you live, whatever your sexuality is, or your race, or your gender, or the cards in life that you have been dealt that were unfucking fair, it doesn't even matter. Because wherever you go, there you are. And you're going to feel, if you feel like a loner, if you feel like an outsider, if you feel like a weirdo, if you feel lonely, then it doesn't fucking matter who you're around. I said this before. I was in a relationship and I felt so fucking lonely. And yeah, life is better when you're distracted, sure. I wasn't so aware of my depression when I was working all day, literally 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. on, opening these raw vegan smoothie and juice establishments, which was so much fun and I loved it so much. I wasn't aware. And then I would come home and basically eat dinner at like midnight and hang out with my boyfriend till like 2 a.m. Then we'd go to sleep and I'd wake up at like 5 a.m. literally almost every night, and go to work and do it all over again. And I had so much energy from the raw food diet that it was all good in the hood, but eventually I ran my adrenal glands to the fucking ground. And yeah, I'm still repairing that. And I still felt lonely though, every once in a while, like when I would go to the bathroom or when I would close my eyes right before bed, or when I was making food, because I was always making food alone. And when any time I was alone for like a second, it would fucking sucker punch me, my loneliness. And I don't really hear too many people talking about it. I'm sure there are people talking about it. I just don't see them on social media, and loneliness is so prevalent in our society, and there's no reason for it because there's 8 billion of us, probably less. They're lying about the numbers, but there's so many people, and there's no reason to be lonely. But guess what, guys? Loneliness has nothing to do with how many people you surround yourself with, okay? Loneliness and feeling like an outsider and feeling like you don't belong and feeling like you're always in the way, or you're always bothering people, or nobody wants to be your friend. This is a feeling deep in your soul, and where it comes from, and I gotta let you know the honest truth, and I spoke about it on the Raw Misfits show, so check that out on YouTube, the latest one, which is called How to Break Free from a Sugar Addiction. Okay, and at the end of the day, loneliness, the deep feeling of loneliness, can only be cured, and not by meeting another person, not by being more close to someone. No, not by getting more friends, No. A deep, deep feeling of aloneness that is disturbing and scary and and just really sad. It can only be cured by feeling worthy, by acknowledging that you feel worthless, and by starting to feel worthy. How do you start to feel worthy? Well, there's a practice, because I like practical things, Like everybody talks about, you got to work on yourself. Well, how the fuck do we work on ourselves? So that's what I do. I like to research on how. Like, what do I do? I like to do things. I don't like to just esoterically just think about it and just, no, what can I physically do about it? So this is a great practical way to start to feel worthy, boo. Here you go. You ready? This is it. You print out a photo. You print out a photo of you as a kid or a baby, whatever you want to do. You print out a photo of yourself as a baby. Sorry. I just had a yawn out of nowhere. And then you print out that photo, and then you look at it every day, and you put on top of the photo, you write on the top, is she worthy of love? Or is he worthy of love? And you look at this baby, this innocent baby, and you're going to start. My photo is me when I was 4. So it could be any age under the age of 5, okay? And you're going to start to look at that kid, and you're going to start to understand that, yeah, this kid, this baby, this magnificent child of the universe, yeah, they are worthy of love. They are worthy, no matter what. Even if they're not perfect, even if they gain weight, even if they are a failure, even if they fuck up, even if they make mistakes, even if they're clumsy, even if they're not smart, even if they're not they don't have boobs, even if, okay? It don't matter. None of it matters. Even if they're too loud, even if they cry a lot, even if they poop their pants, even if they still deserve love. They still deserve to be taken care of. Why? Because they exist. And that kid is you, boo. That kid is motherfucking you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? That's you. You are worthy and deserving of all the good and abundance in the universe. But I cannot convince you of this if you are unconvinced. If you have to unlearn all the shit. You have to unlearn all the shit that you have been told. The lies, the bullshit. You have to unlearn that you're not good enough. You have to unlearn that you're in the way. You have to unlearn that you'll never be as good as your brother or your sister or your cousin or whatever. You'll never be successful because you don't have what it takes. You're too lazy or you're too this or whatever. Like some of my friends, they're appalled when I tell them that I feel like a failure. They look at me like I've accomplished something in my life, and I feel like such a loser all the time, and they can't believe it. And guess what? If I accomplished all of my goals today, I'd probably still feel like a loser. Because guess what? It doesn't matter what you do on the outside. If you don't fix the feeling that you have on the inside, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter where you live, and it doesn't matter what you look like, and it doesn't matter who your boyfriend or girlfriend is, and it doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank or how many books you write. If you don't acknowledge and start to recognize and value your worthiness, if you don't start to see yourself as a worthy being, as someone worthy of love, as someone lovable, as someone valuable, then all your accomplishments won't mean a damn thing. You will still feel exactly the same, boo. You will still feel. I don't care if you lose weight, you grow your hair, you clear your skin, you get the surgery. It don't matter, because guess what? That's what happened to me. Yep, that's what happened to me. I was overweight. My hair was falling out. I had really bad skin, really, really, really bad skin. I had, I just thought I was the ugliest person on earth, and I had a dream that I would one day be beautiful and have clear skin and have long hair and lose weight and have an amazing, beautiful body. And I had it, and I got all that. Like, I'm not saying I have a perfect body, but I got fit a few years ago, and I was getting the body of my dreams. I was on the right track, and I was like, oh my gosh, I finally can wear a bikini, and I feel confident and sexy. And guess what? It didn't mean a damn thing. It didn't mean a damn thing. I still felt like the ugliest person in the world. How can that be? How can that be? Don't make the same mistake I did, which is I waited years to start living. I waited years. I'm talking about like 35 years. I waited years to start putting myself out there. I joined Instagram in 2012. I didn't put up a photo of myself or make a video until 2017. Boo. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That is 5 years. For 5 years, I put up animal cruelty videos. I put up quotes. I put up photos of fruit. I didn't put up one photo of myself because I thought I was disgusting. I thought I was scum of the earth. I thought I was horrifically ugly. And by the way, I look the same that I do now. Yeah, my hair's a little longer. Yeah, I got a tan now. I used to be white, y'all, in New York. But that's not the point. The point is that I look the same in 2012 that I look now, basically. Okay? And the only thing that's changed is now I put myself out there, and now I don't see myself as the ugliest person on earth, and I don't even care if I am. I don't care if you think I'm ugly. That's not what my purpose is. I'm not trying to win a beauty contest. I'm trying to inspire people. I'm trying to change the way people see fruit. I'm trying to help people understand that dead animal body parts are not food. That animals are our friends, not food. And I'm trying to help people understand their value and their worth. And I have a new course that I'm doing. And in many ways, it's one of the most exciting and amazing things I've ever done. And in many ways, it's the scariest thing I've ever done. Because what if I don't provide enough value? What if they're not satisfied with what I can teach them? What if they don't learn anything? What if I don't change their life? And yeah, I'm not supposed to talk like this. Like, you see these influencers out there, they're not talking like this, because then who's going to buy their shit? You got to have confidence. You got to be fake. You got to pretend like you are just like fucking on top of the fucking world, and there is no doubt in your mind at all about anything. And the damn truth is that, yeah, I do have a lot of confidence in helping people because I've been living this lifestyle for 11 years, but I still feel deep in my soul that I'm unworthy, and I'm working on it, and I'm getting better every day, and I'm putting myself out there, and I'm showing people what's possible to go from having body dysmorphic disorder and not leaving your house. You don't even know what I used to do, guys. You don't even fucking know what I used to do. Basically, I used to hide in my closet every day instead of going to school. I used to hide in my closet, And I would just be in my closet reading, listening to Howard Stern, and pretending that I was in school. And then finally they kicked me out because I missed so many goddamn days. But my self-esteem was so low, and I was so embarrassed to leave the house because I thought I was the ugliest person on earth. Thank God I didn't have social media back then. This is before social media existed. Thank God. I don't even know what kids are going through nowadays. All these filters and fake fucks, Kardashians and Nicki Minaj, and these fake plastic bodies that are giving girls the impression that this is what reality is and this is what women look like. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting. Your body's never going to be perfect. And that don't mean shit, boo. That don't mean shit. Because even with their fake plastic bodies, they're not happy. They're not perfect. They still get glimpses of the loneliness and the unworthiness that we all feel every time they're alone for a second. Okay? And most of these fucking celebrities, if you saw them in person, like I've met a lot of celebrities in person, they do not look at all the way they look in photos, on social media, on TV. Because you can Photoshop videos, right? Do you know that, boo? They're Photoshopping videos now. You can't even trust a video. TV, reels, these music videos. You can Photoshop a video to make your stomach smaller and your boobs bigger and your butt bigger. And it's just like, oh, this world is so fake. And I don't even know anymore what this podcast is about. I just wanted to come on here and remind you that your best looks different depending on the day, boo. But just try your best today. Do 5 minutes. Do 5 minutes of yoga. You don't have to do an hour. You don't have to do 90 minutes. Do 5 minutes. Stretch for 5 minutes. You're going to feel so much better. Walk around. Go outside for 5 minutes. Don't just not do something because you don't have the time. Do what you can. Use what you have. And do me a favor. Start acknowledging that you're doing your best. And your best, like you, is good enough today.